नमस्कार. लायव्स ऑन विथ मणिपाल हॉस्पिटल्स. परत एकदा तुमकां सगळ्यांक एका वेगळ्या विशयाची माहिती दिवपा खातीर सगळ्यांक परत एकदा येवकार. आज आमी अशा एका दोतोरा कडेन उलयतले की जो दुयेंसां बरीं करपाक, पेशंट बरे करपाक आमकां उलो मारता, आमची मदत मागता. आमी कितें करूंक जाय आनी तें कित्याक करूंक जाय तें तांचे कडल्यान आमी आयकतले. आमचे मदीं आसा मणिपाल हॉस्पिटलाचे डॉक्टर धवल फळदू. डॉक्टर धवल, वेलकम टू दीस प्रोग्राम.
थँक्यू.
डॉक्टर धवल हे मणिपाल हॉस्पिटलांत कन्सल्टंट आनी इनचार्ज ऑफ ट्रान्सफ्युजन मेडिसीन आनी ब्लड बँक अशें आसात. म्हणजे तुमकां कळना आसतलें आमी खंयच्या विशयाचेर उलयतले ते. या नाव I would like to start with your specialty, which is a very rare name that is heard by people including me. What is this transfusion medicine?
Actually, transfusion medicine, like in the last decade, see the blood banking is evolved in so many different type of wings. Now, blood bank is not only related to giving and taking blood. There are so many different type of sections like immunohematology, blood component preparation, apheresis, quality control. Blood transfusion medicine also takes part in all the organ transplant programs like bone marrow transplant, liver transplant, kidney transplant. So all these things are included in transfusion medicine. So blood bank is a part of transfusion medicine.
Oh, I see. So yes. It's quite big.
Yes.
And it is only in last 10 years that
Yes.
This has happened.
Yes, correct.
Now, today we will confine ourselves to blood bank.
Yes.
And blood donation and
Correct.
blood reception.
Yes.
What is the demand for blood? Number one, all over India, if you have the statistics.
Yes.
And in Goa.
Yes. So in India, according to the WHO 2017 figures, the demand of blood was around 13 to 15 million, and out of which India is still short of 2 to 3 million bloods in all over India.
Bloods in the bottles?
Yes, units. Bottles, correct. So still 20 to 30 lakhs blood is in demand, which is not being provided. We are not able to cope up with the demand.
Oh. Now that is because the blood banks are less or the donors are less?
Actually, the main reason for this is still there are people who are like due to one or another reason they are not able to donate blood or they are afraid to donate blood. So this is the leading problem due to which the demand of blood is more and this supply is less.
Oh. Now can you tell us in short what are these blood groups? What is the meaning of ARH positive?
Yes.
Now, and any further subdivisions in that?
Yes. So see, there are so many, around 40 to 50 different type of blood groups, antigens. So for our normal day-to-day life, two blood group antigens are important. One is ABO and one is RH. So from ABO we get to decide, we have A, AB, B and O, these four blood groups. And from RH it divides into two categories. If some person, you or me, we have a rhesus factor, then it becomes positive. If we don't have that factor, it becomes negative. Oh. So there are total 8 blood groups. Basically
4 positives
and 4 negatives.
4 negative.
Yes, correct.
Which is the most common blood group and which is the rarest blood group?
Actually, the blood group, common blood group, they varies from geographical regions. So in North India, B positive blood group is more common. In South India, O positive blood group is more common. But all over, B positive and O positive, they are in the commonest blood group.
Not A, huh?
No. After that, A positive. After that, AB positive.
Oh, I am AB positive.
Yes.
So I'm rare, huh?
Yes. Correct.
Okay, good. Now, why there is a constant demand for donating blood? Because I remember when I was in medical college, that is somewhere around 1970s, we were being, told that you should regularly donate blood, and then it is good.
Correct.
And now that demand never stops.
Yes.
So why there is so much of demand?
See, there are two reasons for that. One is there are so many different type of patients. For example, thalassemia patients, bone marrow cancer patient, and other some patients who require frequent blood transfusion. It is not like that ki we have given one transfusion and it is fine. Thalassemia patients, they require monthly 2 or 3 blood transfusion.
So the treatment is
Treatment
blood
only,
transfusion.
yes, treatment only is the blood transfusion. So these type of patients are everywhere, and they require the frequent blood transfusion. Second reason is blood. See, blood has a expiry date. It is not like that ki we have taken the blood from a blood donor and we can use it anytime. No. Blood has a expiry date during which if the blood is not used, we have to discard the blood. And after some days, we cannot use the blood for any patient. So these are two reasons that if a person has donated blood today, after 30 or 40 days, if the blood is not used, which is very rare scenario, we have to discard the blood. So the blood donor who is donating the next day, the expiry of the blood gets extended. So that frequent blood donation is required to maintain the blood stock.
That is why.
Yes.
Expires is you have to just throw it out. Huh? It becomes useless.
It becomes useless. And blood also, there are three main blood components. Once you donate blood, we extract three main blood components. One is packed dead cells. When the hemoglobin is low, you transfuse it. Another is platelets. You have seen in dengue cases, cancer patients, the platelet count is very low. And third is a plasma, which is a liquid thing. All three components have different days of expiry. In which platelets, you will be surprised, only 5 days expiry. If it is not used in 5 days, we have to throw it. Yes. So due to this expiry date, we cannot use blood forever. So we are in the need of constant blood donation. Yes.
Now, during our time, whosoever patient's relative, if a patient require blood, and we used to tell as doctors, to motivate them that you should donate blood.
Correct.
They were very reluctant to do that. It was not easy to motivate someone to donate a blood. Now, since you are in a blood bank of a reputed hospital, do you still find resistance of the patient's relative to donate blood?
Yes.
Can you tell me what are the excuses that they give?
Actually, what happens, what I feel is people actually, they don't have clear-cut idea regarding the blood donation. So there are so many misconceptions which are still there. I will give you some examples. Like people feel that if they will donate blood, they will be weak. They tell me that I am the only relative here. If I will donate blood, who will take care of my patient? They will feel that if they will donate blood, they won't be able to work for 1 or 2 days. They feel this blood donation is painful process. They also feel that they might acquire infection if they donate blood. There are some people who thinks that if they have diabetes and hypertension, they cannot donate blood. And we have also seen some patients who are fit and fine, but they tell people are donating blood. Why I will donate blood? So all these types of misconceptions are there still, which leads to some problems to maintain the proper blood stock in the blood bank.
So now the other part of it, who can donate blood?
So any healthy person whose age group is more than 18 to till 65.
65? Huh?
Till 65.
During my time it was 50.
Yes, now it is changed, and till 65 years, body weight should be minimum 45 kgs. These are the main two basic requirements. All other some requirements are there, which we check at the blood center.
Like
donor's hemoglobin, donor's blood pressure, other vital parameters, and some part of history, donor's history, we check. And if everything goes well, if he is fit, he can donate blood, he or she.
Oh, but
Yes.
you said diabetic can donate blood?
Yes, in diabetes, there is a thing. If you are a diabetic, if your diabetes is controlled with oral medicines or with exercise with any dietary restrictions, you can donate blood. You cannot donate blood only in case if you are taking insulin. That is the only thing when you cannot donate blood. Otherwise, in diabetes, you can donate blood. And this is a very big misconception. There are so many people who think I have a diabetes, so I cannot donate blood. But it is not like that.
Oh, so they can.
Yes.
So between 18 to 65, if a
Yes.
person becomes diabetic around 40,
Yes.
when he is detected,
Correct.
and if he is not on insulin, he
Yes.
can donate
He can
blood.
donate blood.
हे म्हाका दिसता अतिशय म्हत्वाचें हें आमी लक्षांत दवरूं जाय कित्याक एक कारण सदांच ब्लड डोनेशनाच्या वेळार सांगतात की म्हाका डायबिटीस आसा पूण इन्सुलीन जाल्यार घेनासत आनी डायबिटीस सुद्दां आसल्यार जाता जाल्यार ब्लड दिवं येता तें ब्लड दिवं येता म्हणून आमी म्हणटात हांगच्यान पूण तें ताचो उपयोग कितें जाता कोणाक जाता खंयच्या वेळार जाता तें दोतोरा कडल्यान आयकून घेवया नाव you said people think that it is painful.
Yes.
So what is the procedure that is followed for a blood donation?
So actually in blood donation what happens, once a donor comes to the blood bank, there is a short medical history which is given in the form which they need to fill with their basic details like name, address, what their contact number, contact details, everything. Then very short medical history we check, and then after registration there is a medical examination. During medical examination, we check donor's blood pressure, donor's hemoglobin, temperature, and heart rate. If everything is within the range given for the blood donation, then and then a donor goes for blood donation. And I would like to highlight one thing, that now the blood donation is being taken in a very sterile blood bags, which are sterile, and these blood bags are for the single time use only. So there are no chances that the donor might acquire infection, because a bag used once for a donor, it cannot be used, or the needle cannot be used for anyone anywhere else. So it will be directly discarded. So that is after that the donation process goes on. Actual blood donation takes 5 to 7 minutes only.
That's
yes, that's all.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after blood donation, we make the donor to rest for 5 to 7 minutes, and then we give light refreshment, and then a donor can go.
Is it required, like you said, there are myths,
Yes.
misconceptions.
Yes.
Is it required to take rest?
No. Taking rest is only for after donation, only for 15 to 20 minutes after blood donation.
That's all.
Yes. Once a donor, after 15 to 20 minutes, after taking the light refreshment, once a donor goes, for one day, what we advise is they should not indulge in any heavy work for that day only. Some boys, they play football, some people goes to gym. So for that particular day, we advise them, don't go do this strenuous activities. From the next day, you can do, and the same day, you can perform your normal work, your normal duties, you can perform it. Strenuous activities, these major sports, for that day you cannot do. Then from next day, you can continue your whatever you are doing.
Now, can ladies donate blood, because as such they lose blood monthly? Now that is very common excuse that was given during our time by the ladies. So can they donate blood during that fertile period and after menopause?
During that period, during periods, females cannot donate blood. That particular 3-4 days.
3-4 days.
After periods are over, if they want to donate blood, they can come to the blood bank, and if their hemoglobin is within the normal range, which is common. There are so many females, they have the normal hemoglobin range, which is more than 12.5. They can donate blood easily.
Oh,
yes, as like males, yes.
How frequently can you donate blood?
Every 3 months. Once you donate blood, after 90 days, you can donate blood again.
Now, there is a misconception again that if I go on donating blood, then I will not have blood. So,
Yes, correct. Yes, I have also heard this thing.
Yeah.
So, see, the basic thing I will tell you, our red blood cells, which are the main component in the blood, they have the tendency, they live for 120 days, like 4 months. And after 120 days, they will go to spleen and they will break down. And at the same time, we have a constant production of blood from the bone marrow. Now, what will happen? Once you donate blood, our body has a feedback mechanism. That something goes down, it increases, and if something goes up, then body decreases the production. Now we have donated blood, so red cell production increases. So the production is anyway ever going. So there is nothing like that. If you will donate blood, you don't have blood, because blood production is inside the body. It will be always there.
so whatever you have donated, by the way, how much blood do you collect at a time?
At a time, there are two categories. It depends on the body weight of a donor. From 45 to 55 kg donor, we can collect 350 ml of blood, and from more than 55 kg, we collect 450 ml of blood.
Oh,
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
And suppose we collect 450.
Yes.
This 450 is replaced within 3 months, so that a donor who has given 450 ml of blood can donate it once again after 3 months.
Yes. It doesn't take that much time also. Now, if you will donate blood, you have donated 450 ml of a volume of blood. So this volume will be replenished within 1 or 2 days, because you will drink fluid or whatever, water, juice, whatever. 450 ml of liquid will be replenished. Red cells takes some time. So everything gets recovered within 1 or 2 months.
So again,
Yes.
again,
After every 3 months, you can donate blood.
What are there any benefits for the donor?
See,
I mean, benefits in the sense, I will ask you, suppose I have a particular problem. After donating blood, can this donation work as a stimulus for curing of some problems of the body?
See, it cannot cure, but the thing is, blood donation is the best donation you can give it to anyone.
I know.
So there is no greater donation than blood donation, because see, blood doesn't come from any mines or anywhere. Blood comes from the blood donation only. Okay, so this gives you a very positive energy. The people after donating blood, they feel very happy. Another thing is blood donation reduces the chance of heart attack and cardiac problems, because the hemoglobin is maintained of regular blood donors. So this helps in maintaining reducing the chances of heart attack. Blood donation itself is a mini health checkup. It is like we will be checking your hemoglobin, we will be checking your blood pressure, we will be checking your pulse rate, and from blood there are some mandatory tests which we need to do, that are HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, malaria, and syphilis.
Yeah, otherwise they are costly.
Yes. So these things you will see, general population, they don't go to check these things. Blood pressure, okay, they check.
Yeah.
There are so many people who come to donate blood and they realize their hemoglobin is on the lower or higher side. So they can start the treatment at a very early stage. So it is also a very good mini health checkup, so that some basic parameters get checked at the blood bank.
Yes. Health checkup which is not charged.
Yes, which is not charged.
And you pay in the form of your blood.
Correct.
So you don't pay for it.
Yes. So that is a very good advantage which I think.
Oh.
And one donation helps to save 4 lives.
Oh.
Yes. So people must have heard this thing. One donation helps 4 lives. So it is like from one blood, as I earlier said, we can extract 4 different type of components. Red cells, plasma, platelets, and one another component. So these all blood components can be given to different type of patients who require it.
Okay.
So that is how it is said that one blood donation can help save 4 lives.
Oh.
Yes.
Now, is this blood, because the donor donates it voluntarily.
Correct.
Correct. Donor is not paid for the
Correct.
donation. It's voluntary blood
Voluntary
donation service. Does the blood bank charge for this blood?
Actually, see, blood is, there is no cost of blood. Everyone knows blood is a precious gift. Okay. Blood donors are never charged. When the blood is transfused to any patient or given to any patient, what the charge taken is the processing charge of the blood.
Oh.
So, see, once a donor donates blood, it is in the blood bag. This particular blood bag cost around some amount of rupees, 500, 700 rupees.
Correct, correct.
After that, we test the blood, all the blood, the five tests I told you, and the maintenance of blood bank. So all these things are the processing charge of the blood. We separate the components. So we take the charge which is for the preparation of the blood component, and this charge is given by the government. Government has given this charge, and we are taking that charge only. We are not charging any extra amount of rupees. Yes. So this is the processing charge which is taken from the patient when we give it to for the transfusion.
Now, suppose a donor gives the blood. Is it the same blood which is given to the patient or the relative?
No. Actually, what happens? I will give you one example. There is one patient who has a B positive blood group. Okay. He might require 2 units of blood transfusion. Now they have relatives. So, or we have the blood. So sometimes it is necessary to ask the relatives to donate blood. There are possibilities that he doesn't have any people or friend who are same blood group. So what we do, we have tested blood in our inventory in the blood bank, checked blood group. That blood we give to that patient, and the donors who donates blood, that blood after testing we give it to other patients. Yes. So it is like in the circular motion, it is maintained like this.
So a donor has to replace. It's like a replacement.
Yes, it's like a replacement.
It's to keep the blood bottles in the bank.
Blood bank.
In the blood bank.
Because we never know कि we might have any emergency, some pediatric patients. We have to keep the blood ready for any patient.
Now, earlier when I was studying, maybe in 70s, there were reactions that were happening to the patient. Now it must be much less.
Yes.
But then how often does this take place?
Actually, see, if you are talking about the patients, when we transfuse the blood, most common reaction which happens are fever or allergy. See, this type of reaction can happen to anyone. Like allergic reaction, it is like same allergy. Some people have dust allergy. Some people have different type of allergy. I never know if I require blood and I get the blood transfused, I might have allergic reaction. So transfusion reactions can happen, but nowadays it is like near to 0%. It is minimized at a very near to zero level.
And even if it happens, it can be controlled.
It can be controlled within 5 to 7 minutes. There is no much consequences. No.
And you were talking about apheresis technology. What is that?
Actually, Manipal Hospital, Goa has come up with the latest apheresis technology, which is in the first time in whole Goa state. So this apheresis technology is a part of transfusion medicine, as I already said. It is in the blood bank process. So there is one machine. This machine helps to take required component from a donor. I will give you an example. Suppose there is a dengue patient, his platelet count is very low. Okay, so at that time, what is being done right now? We have to transfuse 6 to 8 units of small units of platelets, which is taken from the whole normal blood donation. We separate into the components. So if I want to transfuse 6 or 8 units, I need to bring 6 to 8 people to donate blood. At the same time, with apheresis technology, we require only one blood donor. From him, we can extract that much amount of platelet in a one sitting from one donor. Yes, and the quality of these platelets is very good as compared to other platelets. This is only one use of that machine. That machine can be used in bone marrow transplant, cancer patients when we do the bone marrow transplant. At the same time, this machine is used for, there are so many neurological problems, kidney related problems. So this machine is helpful in treating so many different type of patients. So I think this machine will be very helpful in cancer patients, in dengue patients, when the platelet demand is high and people don't have to donate blood, and this is a very common scenario right now.
So you mean that suppose in dengue patients,
Yes.
you have a patient admitted
Correct.
who requires only platelets,
Correct.
and you have a donor. Say I come there.
Yes.
So you will give a needle prick,
Yes.
and you will only take out the platelets, huh?
So what happens? There is same needle prick as normal
Correct,
blood donation.
correct.
But that blood goes to a machine,
Huh.
and machine extract required blood component. And
So only the if
only
you want
the
platelets, it will.
Yes, and remaining
Oh.
part of your blood,
Will
that
go
is
back.
red cell plasma, will go back from the same needle.
Oh, so I don't feel anything different.
No, and you will be surprised that as compared to whole blood donation, the normal blood donation people do, this apheresis donation is a very light process. I will give you the reason, because from whole blood donation, you donate around 350 to 450 ml of blood,
Correct,
total blood.
correct.
In this apheresis, we take around 200 to 250 ml of the blood component, which is platelets. Platelets are very fast recovering components. So, whole blood donation, you donate after 3 months. This apheresis donation, you can donate after 3 days.
Oi, I see.
Yes. So, it is a very light process.
That is great.
Yes. Only thing is, it takes some time. It takes around 1 hour to do that process.
That's all right.
But that's all. There is a TV, you just watch TV, and this the process takes on its own.
Starts.
Yes, it
And
starts.
no further complications.
Nothing. I have never seen a complication.
You are
during
fresh.
Yes, apheresis donation.
That is great. म्हाका दिसता ही असली आतां म्हणजे मेडिसिनान पळय प्रोग्रेस जाता न्ही तो असो जाता. हांव 1970 ते 75 76 मेडिकल कॉलेजान शिकलां आनी हांव दर 3 म्हयन्यांनी हांव स्वता वचून ब्लड दितालो. हांवें 53 फावटी ब्लड दिलां. म्हाका कांय जावना म्हणून आज मुलाखत घेवपाक पावला हांव दोतोराची. म्हाका सांगन दिसता सगल्यांक आतां तरी आमकां खूब ब्लड डोनेशन कॅम्प दिसता. कोणाच्या वाडदिवसाक ब्लड डोनेशन कॅम्प करतात, कोणाची सेंटिनरी जाली जाल्यार ब्लड डोनेशन कॅम्प करतात. आतां खूब लोक फुडें येतात, तरी दोतोर सांगता की आजून आमकां ब्लड कमी पडटा. आनी आपल्या मनशाक जेन्ना ब्लड कमी पडटा न्ही आनी जेन्ना तें मेळना तेन्ना पळय अवस्था जाता आपली, अरे कोणी तरी दिया रे ब्लड अशें म्हणून. तशें कोणाकूच जावचें न्ही जाल्यार प्रत्येकान फुडें सरूंक जाय. आनी जितलीं वर्सां दुयेंस नासतना किंवा आतां डायबिटीज आसल्यारूय बी जितलें आपल्याक आसा तितलें ब्लड दिवंक जाय. दोतोरान सांगलें तशें ब्लड दिल्यार कांयच जायना, बरें दिसता. कित्याक तें ब्लड नवें ब्लड तयार जाता आपल्या आंगांत. कसलोच भंय दवरिनासतना जितली दुसऱ्याक मदत करूंक जाय. आतां ऑर्गन डोनेशन आयलां, आय डोनेशन आयलां, तशेंच हें ब्लड डोनेशन की म्हज्या खातीर जाल्यार 4 जाणांक जीव मेळटा परतो आनी 4 फॅमिलीक जाल्यार आनंदी जाता. जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता आमी आयुश्यांत 60 वर्सांचें आयुश्य आसलें 18 ते 65 वर्सां पर्यंत म्हणजे जवळ जवळ 50 वर्सां मेळटात. 50 वर्सांनी वर्साक एकदां म्हणत जाल्यार सुद्दां 50 वेळा ब्लड दिवंक मेळटा. 4 जाणांक जाल्यार दिलें, 200 फॅमिलीक जाल्यार आमी हॅप्पी दवरलें जाल्यार आमचें आयुश्य देवान आमकां पळय धाडलें हांगा, ताज्या खातीर आमी काम केलें अशें म्हाका दिसतलें. सगळ्यांनी हाजेर विचार करूंक जाय. डॉक्टर धवल, थँक यू सो मच फॉर गिवींग such a knowledge about this blood donation, because it is full of misconceptions.
Correct.
People are worried, people are afraid.
Correct.
They want excuses not to
Yes,
donate.
yes.
I think after listening to you, at least if we get 10% of our audience
Yes,
who
correct.
comes forward and donates blood,
That will be great.
we have achieved.
Yes.
Thank you so much for giving your valuable time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.